But what about integrity? What is that? Integrity also looks at sensitive data, data that could harm a person or an individual if that data was inaccurate or wrong. But also it's about protecting systems, system processes. So we have integrity or accuracy of the data, but we also have accuracy of a transaction. If we go to an ATM and we want to take money out of our account, we want that process to be accurate so it takes out the exact amount of money it dispensed, not somewhere between $100 or $200. Yeah, but we're close enough. Now we want integrity of not only the bank balance, but the process used to commit a transaction against that bank balance. The thing is, we have to build our systems so that they are robust. They will maintain and operate with a necessary level of accuracy. Now you notice I did say a necessary level of accuracy because there are different levels of integrity depending on what type of industry you're in. Maybe things can be measured to an hour here or there. But if you're running the trains, you want them run down to a minute. If you're running a radio or a television station, everything comes down to a second. Different levels of accuracy are needed in different industries. The idea for us is we build into our systems the controls that would prevent unauthorized or improper modifications to our data or processes. The third part of the triad is availability. And this is where we bring in the term criticality. What is data that is critical for business operations? Which systems are critical to accomplish business mission? And this is where we protect that critical data. And we protect critical systems from failure. This is to ensure that critical data is accessible when it's required. So if that information needs to be available in a timely way, it is available. This is why we see a person, for example, might wear a medical alert bracelet that says if they have some type of medical condition. If that person was to collapse on a train, nobody knows who they are or what the problem is. Then by checking that bracelet, they can see, oh, this person has diabetes or they have some type of a condition. That is data that was available in a timely way so that the correct action can be taken, maybe even to preserve a life. We need then to build our systems that they have an adequate level of reliability, resilience, and robustness. We know that equipment will fail. We know that network cables will be cut. We know that there can be problems with how a business or how a system operates. So we need to build in that resilience so that system will work to the level of reliability needed by the business. Some systems are not as critical as others. I kind of like to make a joke about this. If email went down for an hour every day, we would probably see productivity increase. For most of us, email is not the most critical system. If I'm a life support system at a hospital, then an outage of even a few minutes, of course, is life-threatening. So this is where we have to understand what is the adequate level of reliability that we need to build into that system or that process. The thing is, we prevent destruction. So we've seen three older terms that were often used in the past to define the CIA triad: destruction, modification, and disclosure. The key points that we want to remember here is our first challenge as a security manager is to overcome those misconceptions and poor understandings of what security is, and to overcome that misconception of value and ineffectiveness, where they often believe, well, it doesn't work anyway, the hackers are smarter than us, anything we do in security can be overcome because of hackers. We know differently. But as security managers, we need to learn how to communicate that communicate the benefit, communicate the effectiveness of our security program through training and awareness programs. We have to show how security understands and is aligned with business goals and objectives. We don't work against the business. We help the business to succeed. And we have to therefore define security in a way that is meaningful to the business and meaningful then to the users. That is, using things such as confidentiality, integrity, and availability.